Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning out the week of President's Day, which is the 18th through the 24th. Today is actually the 27th? Yeah, the 27th. So we're a bit late. Usually I get these videos up on Tuesday, which would have been yesterday, the 26th, but it's just, this was a really rough week, y'all. If you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, then you already know my boyfriend Luis's grandpa passed away on Thursday. We were actually going to leave town anyway, but it just so, like we were going to go down there because he was very ill. We knew that he was really ill, and we unfortunately we didn't get there on time. He passed away before we even got there, so it's just kind of a rough week. Honestly, I kind of thought about not even planning this week because I don't know, it feels inappropriate. I've never had to mark a death in my planner. Well, actually I shouldn't say that I have, but it just felt strange. This felt weird to me. I picked this kit. This kit is, I believe it's called Fly in the shop. It says, I'd risk the fall just to know how it feels to fly. And I just thought the birds were just really pretty. I wanted something that wasn't like too, I don't know, that was more subtle, and I was like browsing my own shop and I saw this and I remembered I hadn't even pulled it for myself, so I just printed this out. I did print this in glossy, so I'm sorry about the glare. It is a really, really beautiful kit. I just had this picture of like birds flying over the sky. This is so funny because again, if you follow me on Instagram, probably a few months ago, I was sitting in a Walmart parking lot while Luis went inside to grab some things, and there was these birds like everywhere. And I was kind of like joking about it on Instagram, like on Instagram stories. And the sky that day looks so pretty. And I remember that day thinking like, wouldn't that be so pretty to do just like a sky background with some birds? And like the idea had just been stuck in my head, and this is where that came from. But anyway, y'all know the layout of these kits. This is, pretty standard. This was before the reformat, so I do have the full kit here. And I did just get my Simply Gilded box recently, so I'm gonna be pulling in this like pink, it's gonna be hard to focus. I think the color is coming off like really coppery. I think it was supposed to be rose gold, but this is just reading pink to me, not really rose gold. So I'm actually going to be mixing it in with some silver foil. I just thought silver would go better with this, but I like the tone of this pink with this. I know it's coming off like it wouldn't go so well, so I apologize for that, but I think in person it looks like it would look really pretty together. So we're gonna see. I will of course tell you all about all this week and what happened and everything, or how things kind of went about, but I'm just want to go ahead and get into it now. Just want to kind of sit here and lay some stickers down. And again, I'm sorry for the delay in the video. I know y'all don't mind. Y'all are so sweet, and so many of y'all sent me so many messages, and I'm so grateful. Y'all are seriously, it's so nice to have support from people that, even though I don't know y'all, I talk to y'all every single week. So thank you so much for being so supportive. So anyway, I really appreciate it. Again, I know y'all don't really mind that the video is late, especially in these circumstances, but since I did make it a goal, to have like my plan with me every single week this month or this year, like it's been like weighing on my mind. I didn't want to miss it. So I'm glad that I'm sitting here. I'm ready to just, kind of zone out, listen to a podcast or a book or something, and just play with my stickers, and y'all can, hear all about my week. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Alright y'all, well of course starting off with bottom washi, I did do some washi layering. I actually cut down, that's that same washi from the one I've been using for weeks, that's from Target, but I did actually cut it down just so that it wouldn't layer one on top of the other. Last week I just kind of was layering them, and then I didn't like the way you could see it in the background, like you could see the little indentation of the washi, and it was just bugging me, so I decided this week to just actually trim it down. I am thinking about making like thin washi strips like that, or like thin foiled strips, just so that they're easier for me, so I don't have to worry about cutting the washi. So I might do that, and if I do, then of course I'll put them in the shop, just so, you know, if you want them as well, you can get them. So, I mean, like I said, it was a tough week. I actually just realized that I was like re-listening to the intro. I hadn't updated y'all. The last that I had mentioned on Instagram, Instagram stories is typically where I keep things most updated. I do save a lot of things to the highlights of Instagram, so please follow me on Instagram if you don't already, just so you don't miss it. You know, like if you ever are wondering what's going on with me, that's the best place to kind of find out. So on Wednesday night, I actually stayed up all night because I mentioned it in last week's Plan With Me. I mentioned that Luis's grandpa was very sick. We had just heard about it that morning, that he was 97 years old, y'all. Like I mentioned, had a very, very long, blessed life. But on Tuesday, we heard that he had gotten really, really sick. And we knew that, you know, he probably wasn't going to be around much longer. Luis decided to wait a couple of days, you know, didn't want to like take off in, you know, right at the beginning of the week, especially he had just had Monday off for President's Day. And, you know, we decided to just wait a little bit. So we knew we were going to leave on Thursday morning. On Wednesday, we decided that. And then Wednesday, I basically stayed up all night, like all night. I did not sleep at all. I was working on orders because I knew I didn't want to feel like any pressure while we were out of town, of like having orders due. And basically I gave myself like a week. So I didn't finish every single order. I finished all the ones that would be due within like a week's time, so that I could, you know, like I said, not have that pressure. So I stayed up all night, and then it was probably like 3 or 4 in the morning, I did a little Instagram story just to let you guys know that I was, you know, going to be leaving town and what was happening. Well, that was at, like I said, like 3 or 4. And I think it was like 6:30, maybe 7 in the morning. That's when we got a call that his grandpa had passed away. So we didn't get to leave on time. So basically by the time we got there, he of course had already passed away. We hadn't even left town. Let me tell you all a little bit about the stickers. Basically all you see right now is the kit, except for the foiled overlay, or not the foiled headers. Those, I believe they came from Simply Watercolor Co. I actually can't remember. I did not purchase those. Those were sent to me. They were a gift from Lauren Plants. She's one of my planner friends, and she has a YouTube. I'm sure y'all have already seen it because I have done collab videos with her, as well as I mention her pretty often. If you haven't though, I will link her channel below. Please go check her out. I love her videos, and she is a teacher, so if you're a teacher, she does a lot of like teacher videos. She does teacher vlogs and things like that, so definitely go check her out. But like I said, that'll be linked down below. So she gave me those headers, and I decided to incorporate them because like I said, I liked the idea of pulling in the silver with this kit, but I also wanted some touches of pink. So I'm using the white and pink Simply Gilded bows, and then I used the new ones, the pink ones, so it's kind of like the reverse of each other, and I like that I had both on hand so that I could mix and match those. This week was really awkward, honestly, to plan. At first, I kind of didn't like the way it turned out. I was thinking, I don't know, like, I guess I was just putting a lot of pressure on myself. I'm sure y'all know what I mean. But in the end, I think it pulled together really, really nicely. So that Monday, we had a really great day. Luis had the day off, it was President's Day. I spent most of the day doing meal prep. Wanted to have all of our lunches and things ready for the week. We've been attempting to, be slightly more healthy, but that kind of didn't work because, we ended up eating out most of the week after after we left town. I did also close the PR application. Today that I'm filming this voiceover or recording the voiceover, it's actually March 1st. I'm hoping I get this video up tonight. And I already reached out to those that have been selected to be part of the PR team. And I'm going to be announcing that probably this weekend or Monday, I would say the latest. Just kind of dealing with a lot. We, of course, just got back. I have to get things going with the shop again. This apartment's a mess. I am starting vlogging today, which you'll see soon, hopefully. I'm going to be vlogging the whole month of March because we are moving this month, and that has already been a nightmare because it's so difficult to find a house. But I'll talk to y'all more about that in the vlog or in next week's Plan With Me. So Tuesday, I marked there. I just layered a flag over a half box, and I put one of the little bird decos on there, and that was just to mark that was when we found out that his grandpa got really sick. I didn't know how to mark that. Like I said, I was being really I don't know, I just felt so awkward about the whole thing, and I decided that was, you know, a nice way to mark things without it being kind of like over the top. Like I really wanted it to be more simple and just I don't know. I don't know. It was just like a weird thing, I guess. I take my stickers very seriously, I guess. I don't know. So there on Tuesday night, I was marking down, you know, just what we had for dinner, and I think I was marking the video. I don't have my planner in front of me. I was marking that I was editing the video and then uploading. That was last week's Plan With Me. I'll link that. I'll throw that up in a card if you didn't watch. And that was the day that we found out that his grandpa was sick. And then I was marking there. Isn't that cute, that sticker at the bottom, that munchkin with like its laptop and the little clock? And I marked that I didn't sleep all night. I just got those recently. Those are so funny. Excuse me, I'm like trying not to yawn. And then I did basically, like I said, all I did was print and cut on Wednesday. I was at the computer all day. Like I was printing and cutting all day long. And then I did I was probably took like an hour or two off because we had dinner and such, and then I was basically back at it for the rest of the night. It was pretty intense, but I honestly was so happy. I would totally do that all over again because I didn't have to worry about, like, you know, having that weight on me or like that pressure, because I hate the idea of sending anything out late. You're gonna see me fiddle with all of these little things back and forth a lot. This was the day that his grandpa passed away. We found out in the morning, so then I just wanted to like make a list of all the things we ended up doing that day, just to, you know, so that it could be marked down. But I wanted to do it in kind of a very minimal way, so I decided to kind of stack, I mean, there's a little bit of white space between them, but basically stack a few little things, just alternate them. And I did cover, of course, all the little icon part with little stickers there. So that little car is from Planner-esque, and that was to mark that we went down to the valley. I ended up moving it though, you'll see, there we go. And that was first to mark that I wanted to announce on Instagram, you know, that you know, we were going to be leaving. I did use that little foiled burger. Now you see what I did there. I put a whiteout over the icon itself, like the part that was on the little thing. And of course I didn't like how that looked because those stickers that I made are on clear paper. And then what I did is I took a washi strip and I put it over the little meal icon instead, and I thought that looked way better. If you see that, you can't even tell. So I think that's a really good way to kind of use those clear stickers if you happen to have like a background that you don't want to, like where it wouldn't work if you just put it down, like where you need to actually cover something. So that was pretty neat. I thought it was a good idea. There I'm making a washi box. Honestly, I do not love how this turned out, and it kind of messed up the sticker underneath. Like the washi messed up one of the full boxes. And then also the glitter header, or not glitter, the foiled headers. You'll see right now when I peel them up, there'll be like full of little specks, like it peeled up the foil, which for some reason I just assumed that it would be fine because it's washi, but I totally messed it up. It looks awful. I did leave them though. I didn't change them because like I said, I was just, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, you can kind of see it there. It just lost some of its shine. It doesn't look as sparkly and shine as pretty as the other foiled headers. So, and that's the part of the box that I messed up. I should have just grabbed some undo. I was being impatient and then I messed it up. Luckily though, it's white and I feel like it kind of blends, like looks like some of the birds. that was my like justification for leaving it, not changing it out. And then there on the top of Friday, I put there we had the viewing. We were at the viewing from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We were there the entire day. We did take a little break. We went out to eat with some of his family. We had lunch. I did also mark at the bottom, or I'm about to mark there, that Luis spent a lot of time making a video. His family asked him to make a video of like pictures and things so that they could show there at the viewing. So he spent most of the morning and into the afternoon working on that. So those flowers that I used there, so you see where I marked like funeral and church service. I wanted to kind of mark all of that first just to put it down. I originally wasn't going to put anything, and I was like looking through my stickers to see what I thought would look well. And those flowers were actually sent to me. They're part of a planner society box. It was I believe it was, if y'all remember that planner society box that had like the swans, I believe it's part of that one, and I was sent those stickers. So and I had never pulled from them, so I thought it was really pretty how I used the little flowers on there. I think it looks really, really pretty. I think I'm actually really happy with how that turned out. As you can see there, viewing, and then we had the church service, and then we had the funeral. So on Friday, like I said, it was 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. we were at the viewing, and then Saturday the viewing was for like an hour, and then the church service was probably another hour and a half, and then the funeral was for another couple of hours. And then in the bottom, I had marked that we had a barbecue with his family. So that's why I put that little beer there. Some of his family members were it was everyone wanted to just spend time together. So they did like a barbecue, and Luis and I didn't drink, and neither did his parents or anything. None of us are really like big drinkers, but I wanted to use the little beer icon because I think it's cute. And then on Sunday, I did sleep in a little bit. I was so exhausted. It was a very, very, very long few days, very long, and just, it was just exhausting. And, so I did sleep in a little bit on Sunday, and then Luis came by and he brought tacos, so he ate their lunch with my parents, and then we basically drove home. I had to respond to some Etsy messages. We watched a little bit of the Oscars. I did my nails, which is that like glittery nail polish that you see on my nails right now, which some of it already peeled off, which is very disappointing. But that was it. We had just kind of a low-key night, relaxing, trying to unwind a little bit from the rough week that it was. But anyway, as you can see, I really love how it turned out. It definitely exceeded my expectations, because I was, I felt kind of out of it for most of the, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but look at it. It's so beautiful, and that kid is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors. It is so peaceful. I think it was definitely the right call to make, to plan with it for this week. But yeah, I'm sorry if I sound kind of down. I still feel out of it. But I'm okay. We are totally okay. We are totally fine. Yes, it was very, very sad, of course, as any death is. However, like I mentioned, his grandpa was 97 years old, very long, very blessed life. And in our belief system, excuse me, in our beliefs, we know where he is. We know he's in heaven. We know he's resting. We know he has a new body. and we're happy. So, you know, we're okay. So thank you all so much for all of your amazing, you know, your support, your condolences, everything. It truly means so much to me, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this community. But anyway, I will let y'all go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all very soon with another video.